Joe Suarez was just 17 years old when he caught a flu he couldn't seem to kick. Attributing his exhaustion and weight loss to his busy high school schedule and his part-time job, it wasn't until his boss told him he wasn't allowed back to work until he had a doctor's note that Joe began to take his illness seriously. On December 24, 2002, Joe's life changed in an instant. His blood work came back positive for leukemia. Joe would be immediately flown to St. Luke's Children's Hospital in Denver, where he began chemotherapy on Christmas Day. He would also be diagnosed as a slow responder to the chemo, which would require lengthened treatment time. He would remain in the hospital for 7 weeks. After being discharged, Joe would continue chemo for over 3 years, finally finishing in April of 2006. Diagnosed as a junior in high school, Joe and his family would take many trips back and forth to Denver during this time. In addition, anything and everything that could go wrong did. An allergic reaction to the chemo caused him to have grand mal seizures. An accidental overdose of medications sent him to the ICU. More than 1 spinal tap was done. Joe's mom quit her job to become his full-time caregiver. There were times, especially when he was confined to the hospital, that Joe remembers feeling so down and so sad, especially when he lost his hair and eyebrows. But somehow he knew this wasn't the end. His older sister had just had a baby at the time of his diagnosis, and he knew that he wanted to be around to watch him grow and be a part of his life. During his treatments, Joe also continued with his schoolwork, managing to still graduate on time. He went on to Bible college, taking part in the Master's Commission program. Joe explains, "I knew God was with me through this horrific event, and I wanted to give back what He gave to me." And Joe continues to give back. Now 10 years since his treatment ended, Joe is a CNA at Hope West and is studying to become an RN and hopes to become an oncology nurse. He remembers all of the amazing nurses that helped him along the way, and he says, "It's time for me to give that compassion back."